Now I can't get my money back. I don't know who to look for. There's a bloke over here called Burra. He went to Scotland for holiday, and he stayed in a trust house because he thought that'd be well. When he got there, he thought, well, everybody's trust. I don't know quite what to make of that. Anyway, while he was there, Margaret, Margaret, that's his missus. They was up there sort of seeing all these here Scotch folks, and she sold one. I think it was a fancy dress, but wasn't that what you told me, Margaret? It was a fancy dress party. Fancy dress party they was at, and she saw this here Scotch bloke come in. She said to this bloke, excuse me, young man, she said, but I've always been curious. She said, what's worn under the kilt? He said, madam, I can assure you everything's in perfect work. But then, it was at the shirt fancy dress party, this sort of kilted bloke, it was outdoors, just outside in the garden. And this bloke skinned up a tree. Oh, Margaret said, well, that must be Bonnie Prince Charlie. Well, there's pretty astute, or could tell at a glance that 'twasn't Mary Queen of Scots. But young Ray, well, I think he's best known as the Sage of Whimple. I think well, you all know what to do with sage anyway. But he was telling me a while ago about when there was three of them. I think it was three farmers. They was all in the bar together. And they was talking about their earliest memories. And well, one of his mates said, well, I can go back quite a few years, he said. I can remember Father taking me to school when I was 4. Oh, I can go back further than that, said another of his mates. He said, I can remember Mother sitting me on her lap and changing me nappy. Well, then Raymond said, well, I can go one further than that, he said. I can remember Father taking me to a dance and Mother carrying me home. But then he was telling me that, he went into, he thought, well, he tries out all these new shops. You've got to find where the cheapest goods is, you see. So he went into this new motor accessory shop in Exeter. It's called Kevin Cooper, isn't it? But he went in there and he forgot where he was to. He said, can I have 3 packets of condoms, please? And he thought, what have I said? What have he said? And the bloke behind the counter said, well, we don't sell them. Oh, he thought quick. He said, well, can I have a call for 1981 Princess? He's a horsey man, really, isn't it? I can't tell you that really, but he's a horsey man. And of course, when you think about it, a lot of songs have been written about the horse, really. Horsey, horsey, don't you stop. Horsey, keep your tail up. Bless this horse. But that, mind you, he had a troublesome guy one way and t'other. He was accused by somebody one day of being a flasher. He had to go to court, but the judge dismissed the case, insufficient evidence. What? But he tried once up in London. I think he decided to take the wife out for a couple of days, and he took her up to London. They went to the Chelsea Flower Show. He thought this isn't very exciting. He had better have a little streak round here, but they caught up with him in the end. But all won lost. He won the prize for the best dry arrangement. But do you remember Ken Stone? Yeah. Poor old chap, he had the carriage out on the main road, you know, and of course he was a bit of a character. My mother was our Ken. And there was a little boy that used to go out there when, you know, a few years ago. He used to sort of go round with Ken, and whatever Ken was doing, the boy was there looking. So Ken was there changing a tire one day for somebody, and that little boy said he'd come over and watching Ken. He was there sort of working at the wheel. And Ken picked up a spanner and said, the boy said, my dad got to it there. He said, oh, with these two blokes. Oh, the bird said. It went off. Then just come time to take the tire off, and he took up the tire lever. Here, he said, my dad got to it, eh? Ken said, whatever, it must be, you know, got quite a lot of these two bombs. Anyway, one cold morning, Ken went out to spend a penny. And the boy was there sort of looking on. Ken said to him, in his dry old manner, he said, I'll bet your dad ain't got two a day. No, he said, but Dad's got two of yours. So anyway, I don't know what else I can tell you about though, Raymond, but he was a bit embarrassed in church till the day. He walked up to the bishop, to the vicar, new vicar down there, and he did say to him, tell me, he said to her, what did the actress really say to the bishop? He didn't get an answer. But anyway, I think Kate's over there waiting for something special to happen, but there's no special to happen. I think I better have another drink, so I'm to work. In a difficult spot here tonight, but he got a few stories over there.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. Come on, you better come and tell a few yarns. And
I left it, you did that.
no, you did no good.
Yeah, come on, Ray.
Yeah, come on, Ray.
Oh, come on,
He met this year 18-year-old blonde the other day. He said she was lovely but one. He said, if I had my way, I wouldn't be one. No. What? No, there, don't get up, Norm. Anyway. What about when you was in that orchestra thing and you asked that bloke? I think he was half pie-eyed at the time. He said the bloke, excuse me, he said, can you play pizzicato? And the bloke said, no, I can play in any condition. Anyway, there's a bit weak and feeble, just getting a bit sorry. Come on, just a minute.
Well, there's only one little joke I like to say, and it's a true story actually. I was in Oxford last week, and up there, there's a little part on the Thames which they call the Parsons Leak. And you may not know, on the Thames, they had punts, don't they? And years ago, the ladies used to ride and the men used to push the punt up through. But on this Parsons Leak, the bishop and the dean and all the church, they would bathe nude, you see. So the young ladies, they get out and go around, you see, and get on the punt further upstream. So one day the three young ladies who were a bit adventurous said, we'll go up through and punt ourselves up through and see what's going on, you see. And they punted up through. The bishop and the dean was there, and they saw these young ladies, and the bishop grabbed the towel around himself, and the dean grabbed the towel and put it on his head. And the bishop said to the dean, why do you do that for? He said, I'm known around these parts with my face, he said. And another church one which is, I shouldn't mention this, but there's two vicars had trouble with bats in the church, you see, and they messed on all everything, so they decided what to do about it. So the one vicar decided to try to smoke them out and do all sorts of things. And in the end, they came in a week or so later, they met for a fortnight and said, how have you got on? And the one vicar said, I've smoked them and I tried to shoot them and I've been head up for animal cruelty. And the other vicar said to the other one, well, how have you got on? Simple, he said. I've done what we normally do. We baptized them, informed them, married them, and they've all gone. Very John,
I know Raymond. He said to me once that he was going up the airport and he's going up the airport to pick up his brother. Said he'd been in Australia for 30 years, he said. Blimey, I said to him, well, if he'd been away for 30 years, he won't recognise you, will he? No, you won't recognise him. No, he said, but he'll recognise me because I haven't been away nowhere. That's true, isn't it? Did he ever find it? Did he get very far with the Land Rover, though? The Land Rover, he got out to Collingwood, didn't he, with the Land Rover, and he called the AA. Broke down. told the AA to come and he fuddled around there for a little while. He says, I found what the trouble is, he said. Shit in the carburetor. Raymond thought for a while and he says, well, how often have I got to do that? You sorted it out though, Ray. Did he find your brother? Anyway, I think we better have some music. Luscious. One day, before we go any further, does anybody else want to have a go at naming that bear? Because if you do, there's a few tickets left there. If we don't, what we'll do is sort out what the name is, but if the name hadn't been chosen, we'll have to go to the nearest one. So, it goes only for 8 pounds. 50 pounds in the bear. Bob will see to you. Bob will see to you here.